I look at the ballet dancer as this strong and yet very delicate physical body. My work rides the line between ballet and modern. I love the grace and execution of ballet, but I also love the weight and breath and use of the floor from a modern dance perspective. So if you're just doing the third one, watch and soften it.
The women's movement came about relatively organically. About 3 seasons ago, we had 2 or 3 women on the roster choreographing, and so we decided to formalize the movement. It consists of giving a woman choreographer a no-holds-barred exploratory time with dancers from American Ballet Theatre or the studio company.
It's been almost 20 years that I have worked for this organization in various capacities. This is my second full work for the main company. So I'm really excited to be making this work. It's in collaboration with the visual artist Sarah Crowner and my lighting designer Nicole Pierce. The ABT women's movement I commend. I think it's important that we focus on balancing equality in our gender everywhere, not just in ballet, in the arts, in the world. I think that's the initiative that ABT is taking to say, okay, we recognize this and we're going to put a lot of effort to make a difference and make a change.
I think that it's a great opportunity for ABT to acknowledge the fact that there's so many women choreographers out there that aren't being put in the spotlight.
I barely got to work with female choreographers growing up. Even all my competition pieces that were choreographed on me were by male choreographers. So it really opened my mind to seeing this issue, and I think it's so amazing that ABT is doing this.
I think it's so great that these conversations are being had now and that people are talking about it, about diversifying ballet and having more women choreographers and women in leadership positions, because I think if you don't talk about it and you don't make it a thing, then it will never change.
I respect the effort that ABT has made to create this initiative, and I think it's very important to essentially level the playing field. Ballet is so steeped in tradition that if we don't consciously push for opportunities to be created, then when you get to the premier dancers at ABT, there hopefully in the future will be more representation, more diversity, more inclusion, not just for people of color, but for queer people, for people from different ethnic backgrounds and countries and all of that to make this very beautiful American company.
I really want to dance masterpieces by women choreographers, and in order for that to happen, they need to be given the opportunities, and no one's necessarily going to make their masterpiece their first ballet, so they need to be given chances to try and, fail and then get back up and keep trying.
I hope the result is that in 10 years we're not talking about it, that it just is, that we are choreographers and the work is what we all look at and judge, and it doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. It's made by a thoughtful craftsman working intelligently and for the world.